Hi guys, polymaths and polymathic people, wherever you are on that spectrum. I had a thought I wanted to share with you today that has to do with fear. What is the opposite of fear? That's my question for you. What is the opposite of fear? One of the things that came up for me initially was I was like, well, love is kind of the opposite of fear. That's what kind of my initial thought was. But the more I thought about it, I realized that the quality of fear is a sort of closed downness, a kind of selfishness, a kind of knowingness. I'm right. I just got to do what I got to do. I got to survive. I might have to do bad things to survive. Like a lot of fear is our animal, our inner monkey. You know, that old part of our brain that just is programmed to survive no matter what, and do whatever we got to do to survive. That is our inner beast. And we are flesh. Fear makes us do bad things to each other, right? I don't know if I should even explain that further. I think most people could agree. Like fear can make you do some bad things to other people to just survive. And the opposite of fear, the more I thought about it, I was like, if the opposite of fear isn't really love, the opposite of love is maybe hate. But the opposite of fear is more of like an openness to life, an openness to change, an openness to new information. It's like a curiosity, an acceptance of difference. And a lot of that, like those qualities I just described, are associated with polymathic people. One of the things I learned through my doctoral research on what it's like to be a modern day polymath is there is sort of this quality of openness to experience, curiosity, continual learning, not so much allegiance to any one group. You fit in lots of groups. And it really is, the more I think about it, part of why I love polymathy so much is that I've realized it's not just many learnings. Polymathy comes with a whole host of traits and values in the modern age. And it's the kind of things that are the opposite of fear. A polymath who dares to be an individual and original, expressing their ownness and zigzag combinations of things that people find hard to understand. Like the people who are willing to go down that path and down that journey are brave people, not living their lives out of a state of fear. And that's what our world really needs more of. People who don't act out of fear quite so much. The fear is what is keeping us in old broken systems and old relationships that don't work for us and old patterns and old identities that don't feel right in our heart. I had this deep thought today that I was having a conversation with a friend, with someone very important to me. And we realized that, you know, there's something about being animal that's quite powerful. The animals are in some ways better than us. They're more attuned to their inner energy. They're more aware of information that's not intellectual. They can tune into this whole host of information that's available to us in the physical world. And I think it's partly because they just listen to their bodies. You know, they listen to their hearts. They pick up on energetic readings in a way. And that doesn't make sense intellectually. So a lot of us have blocked that out. Even intuition is probably related to like that animal sense that we have. And in some ways, I really think we need to transcend being animals, because being animals is making us do bad things. But in some ways, maybe we just need to embrace being animals more. I don't know which one it is. Anyway, but I'll wrap up. The main point I just wanted to make though today is that for me, the opposite of operating from a place of fear is basically operating like a polymath, you know, where you're just curious to learn and know the truth and understand and be original and authentic and do things even when they're scary. To overcome the fear state is being polymathic. So yay for more of us doing our polymathic things and being open and curious to the experience of being fully alive, fully human, to having vibrancy and self-expression, realness, not operating from a place of conformity and fear. Polymathy is about all of this, not just many learnings. It's not just an intellectual thing. It comes with a whole host of values and ways of being that are exactly what our world needs right about now. So anyway, that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.